choose your words wisely. There are so many ways to alter our emotional states and how we feel in the present, but if you want a quick, actionable tip that you can start using today that will not only change how you feel, but how the people around you feel, it's choosing your vocabulary. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I went to some shops. I asked the shopkeepers how they were doing, as I usually do. Everybody answered me with miserable, the weather's miserable outside, it's raining, and it just brings the mood down. So I flipped that, and I said, yeah, it's underwhelming. And a woman laughed, and she responded to me, and it brightened her up, and she said, underwhelming. I love that word. And different words carry different weights to them. For example, if somebody asks you how you are, you could respond, I'm good. Or you could say, I'm fabulous. Which one of those has a bigger meaning, a more positive meaning? They both ultimately have the same meaning, but how we describe our emotions has a huge impact on us. This is something I'm putting into practice more and more recently. And I just read about a study that was done in America. A group of people were asked what they thought about communism as a concept, and the majority of them agreed they wouldn't like communism, they don't agree with it, but only a small percentage of those people could actually describe what it meant. So that just shows you the power of words and the connotations that they can carry with them, that such a strong word as communism, so many people are against, but not everybody actually knows what it means. And the same is said for the words that we use about ourselves. We all know that the story we tell ourselves, the words that we tell ourselves, is the most important one, because it affects how we feel about ourselves, about other people, it affects how we see the world. And when you put this into practice truly, you'll see the difference. For example, if you're feeling upset about something, do you think you're going to feel worse if you say, I'm devastated, or I'm a little out of sorts? The concept might seem crazy at first, but when you put this into practice over time, you can diminish or intensify an emotion. So you can diminish the negative ones, you can intensify the positive ones. One I used recently when I was feeling stressed out is, I'm a little curious. Because for me, I have a huge negative attachment to the word stressed. If I tell myself I'm stressed constantly, I'm going to feel it. I'm going to start thinking more. My heart's going to start racing. Maybe I bite my nails. Maybe I act in ways or behave ways with people that I don't want to. But if I flip that to, I'm feeling a little curious right now, it just takes the intensity down. If you continue to tell yourself that you're depressed, there are so many negative attachments to that word. Depressed is a horrible word to use about yourself. Depressed is when you're in bed, you can't move, you can't do anything, you're feeling suicidal. If you constantly tell yourself you're depressed, the language that you use is just going to reinforce that feeling. Again, instead of saying depressed, if you change that to saying I'm out of sorts or I'm not perfect just yet, if you did that every single day, and every time you have the urge to say you're depressed, change that, I promise you, you will change how you feel over time simply by using different language. And a good exercise is to write down some words, both negative and positive, and think of an alternative that you could use and replace it. I'm currently doing my own. Instead of saying I'm angry, saying I'm a little peeved off. And it also induces some positive emotion as well. And then every time you do feel angry, the emotion that you will associate with that is not going to be as strong. Or instead of saying I'm good, I'm feeling fabulous, I'm feeling spectacular. It's completely different. They have different weights to them, and that is one actionable tip that you can use today. You'll notice it, try it tomorrow. When you go for your coffee, when you speak to someone at work, how you doing? Instead of saying, oh, I'm alright, are you? I'm good, are you? I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous today. I'm excited. I'm energetic. Using different words will change how you feel, and you'll see it affects others as well. They don't expect it because everybody's saying the same thing. Saying I'm good, you, yeah, I'm not bad. But when you start using different words, when you start breaking out of the norm, you change the pattern within yourself, and you change how others feel. So, You can do all of the self-help things in the world and all of the things to change your emotional state that you want to, and there are so many different things that work over time, which I will tell you, which I also do in addition to this. But if you want a fun little experiment and a way to change your emotional state today, change the words that you use.